Why, hello there, ladies, gentlemen, and friends from beyond the binary. Welcome back to episode 9 of the Blue Prince playthrough. Last episode, we had quite the monumental discovery, which I will show you in just a second when we load into the game. Otherwise, you can hear that as I'm scrolling up and down my notes. So we'll load into the game, then we'll look at the notes just a little bit, and then we'll dive in. But yeah, we're going to begin day 11, which, yeah, I feel like the first 10 days were pretty good. So can we do the same now, moving into the next 10? I still cannot believe that the fountain remains drained in between attempts. That is huge. Because I was a bit worried that that was going to be a big blockade in me making progress, having to always ensure you get the basement key, you unlock the pump room, and then through a combination of both of those, unlock your way into the basement proper. So the fact that that is pseudo-permanent, I imagine I would need to get back to the pump room and then can change the water distribution. Either way, fantastic. We'll grab our allowance, but before we begin in earnest, what I would like to do is go back to the notes just for a second. So, if you've not watched the last episode, I implore you do so. I should also mention, by the way, I've got my fan on. So apologies if you can hear that, but hopefully you can't. Anyway, last session, we unlocked the schoolhouse, which then placed 8 classrooms into the pool of rooms that we can draft in the house. In my pursuit, I found my way to the 4th grade classroom, and therein we discovered all of this. The ore sphere and the et sphere. Look at that. Like, this is monumental for me. To fully understand what exactly is going on in this world. Who are the Arch Aries? Who are the Orinda Aries? Who is Araja? Who, I have noticed, by the way, I did spell with an O. I think I was getting carried away with Orinda. So yeah, Araja, not Oraja. I'll need to fix that at some point. Nuance, and then of course we've got Moraven with Kororika, Morajai, and Vera. So, when I read earlier about our mother crossing the southern border, I thought it was to Morajai, potentially, to the south. But no. We would have gone south to Araja, if we are currently in Orinda Aries within Fen Aries, which we can see a little bit closer here. We can see that to the north is Arch Aries. This is where we are, in Orinda Aries, and then to the south is Araja, which again, we've been made aware of thanks to all of this. So, that was the big thing. But within this, there are so many other little tidbits which are also incredibly curious developments, I suppose. The angels here at the bottom of this image, the outer circle, the seeker of signs, the devoted circle, the 3 of tides, the spiral of stars, the sacred circle, the south key, and the north circle, which here we can see these, I would call them like a blocky love heart, which is representative of Kororika, if I read all of the children's homework correctly, which, yeah, last episode, I don't know, I mentioned it during the episode, the idea of having, I don't know, like a game show nervousness. Like when I play a narrative-driven game, I'm going to be going to the outer room, by the way. When I play a narrative-driven game, the most I can get wrong is a theory. Right, but when I play a game like this, and I know so many of you are enjoying the ride, like I want to do well by you, and I want to do the puzzles well, and I want to be perceptive, and I want to be able to solve things quickly. And when I don't, it doesn't irritate me, but I feel kind of like disappointed with myself, which might sound really sad. I just want to, it sounds so cringe, but I just want to, put on a good show for you guys. So when I stumble a bit, it throws me. So yeah, hopefully this episode will be a bit more upbeat and a little bit more fun, because I definitely feel like I inadvertently put myself in a bit of a rut in episode 8. So without further ado, let's begin. What are we going to get? Trading post, shelter, and hovel. Trading post could be interesting, depending on what I get offered in there. We've never taken the hovel, and for that reason, I think we're actually going to go for the hovel and see what we can get in here. We've never been in here before. This is brand... Oh, no way. No way. Okay, immediately, I feel like today's going to be a better day. What does that do? What does it do? Yes. Oh my god. Oh, yes. Oh, that is huge. Okay, well, I'm glad I picked the hovel now. I very nearly did go for security so we could get the time lock safe again. But then I thought, well, I do get often screwed over on my gems, so maybe we do work with footsteps instead. Okay, well, I'm in a good mood now. I'm in a very good mood. Okay, notice of termination. Dear Mr. Ravane, your half-hearted dedication and maintenance of the grounds have been greatly appreciated. However, I regret to inform you that your services as the groundskeeper at Mount Holly will no longer be required, effective immediately. This decision has been made after careful consideration and is based upon repeated observations and documented instances of neglect in the performance of your duties. The state of the green rooms in particular has deteriorated significantly over the last few months, which reflects poorly on the rest of the staff. You are required to vacate the hovel by the 20th of March, ensuring all tools and equipment belonging to the estate are returned to the tool shed in good condition. Your final wages will be settled promptly upon completion of these instructions. We thank you for your time and service and wish you the best in your future endeavors. Signed, Anne Babbage, House Manager. And yes, I think I said future endeavors really weirdly. Okay, so if I go to my notes, was Ravane the one which was mentioned in the mailroom? Yes. Danny Ravane, which it reads here. Please return all correspondence and packages, blah, blah, blah. Danny Ravane to sender as he is no longer employed with our staff. And then the text under there says, did they ever prove he was the one that stole the Baron's mail? Okay, so I wonder if we can solve that mystery. Can we find out who was stealing the Baron's mail and maybe put to rest and redeem Danny Ravane in the process? Before I go about vindicating and dealing out righteous fury upon any who dare besmirch Mr. Danny Ravane, I want to go look at that elevator. I am very excited to see what that opens up for me. I'm going to guess it can take me back down to the basement, but I don't really need to go there because we have access to it via the fountain, sorry. Okay, let's give this a go. Oh, there's that symbol which we saw again. Which, oh, I love the sound right now. Funny, it's going to sound pre-played, pre-watched, but I did say about it looking like, or acting like, Willy Wonka's elevator. And it kind of is similar. I believe Willy Wonka's elevator had these glass panels. Anyway, where is this going to lead me then? What part of the basement? Okay, before we continue, just as a quick reminder, basement. We found this here, foundation elevator. So I'm going to guess we're at number 1, which will hopefully be a distance away from the fountain entrance and give us a different perspective. Oh, wow. Oh, I thought you could maybe like jump out. What is this? Scripts and Rudford Mining Company, Excavation Department, Foreman's Log 3, Assay 502, date 7/2/1915. As our client, Thomas Sinclair, which is the father of Herbert, suspected, the arches that were visible from the south cliff were part of a much larger arcade carved into the rock face. Last week, when our crew first arrived, only 2 supporting pillars were visible. But after only a few days of clearing vines, moss and dirt, we have uncovered a dozen more. Our exploration, so far, has been limited and entirely superficial, as every shaft we have surveyed has ended abruptly, and every promising path leading deeper into the mountain has been blocked by tunnels packed tight with soil, rock, and debris. This site is either much older than we had first assumed, or someone deliberately had these chambers buried. Okay, that's quite the big tease. Taking a little picture of this. Scripts and Rudford, neither of those names ring a bell to me right now. I'll add this in at the bottom. I will be getting the premium version of UpNote, hopefully in time for next episode, so we can actually take more notes in various tabs, because right now it's getting a bit messy. So, put this in under here, and I'll hit it with the tag elevator, and then we'll just remove the highlight for now. There we go. Okay. Very curious. Very, very curious. So there is a deeper, not plot at play, but, well, plot in terms of story, not in terms of plotting, than I would have... Oh! Oh! Where the hell is this? At first I thought it might be the rotary thing that we found in the basement. What is this? Oh, do I... Oh, please, no. Oh, no. Oh, we've not been making notes. We've not been making notes on where to find these. Oh, guys, what have I done? Oh, no. Okay, this is doable. So we're looking for the blue chess pieces. I don't feel like I've seen any blue. Or maybe I have and I've just been completely oblivious. I feel like I've seen black and white, but never blue. Okay, let's take a picture of this. I think this can be like a future quest. To remember, or at least find, where the puzzle pieces go. So. And of course I know they're chess pieces, but they're puzzle pieces in this instance, right? Chess board. Blue chess pieces. Okay. I've got no idea. No idea whatsoever. Curious. Very curious. I'm enjoying the what you call it, music immensely. Is this something which is appropriate for me? Seems strange that that's cracked. Makes me want to come down with a sledgehammer and give that a nudge. Maybe. Okay. Chess pieces. Right, that's another quest for us to begin then. Back along this cliff. We are in a location known as the Precipice. Okay, that looks not too dissimilar to the door that we found in the basement. So maybe they're linked. Foreman's copy, do not remove from sight. Realm and Blank. Sigils of Past and Present by Professor R. Willard. Fen Aries, Robert Bird and Sons. Blank. Oh, God. Okay. This is another mystery which I was certainly not expecting. Something. Pillars of the first era found either of a natural, resulting from the creations of, or accustomed to record various signs with the aid of. They did this in order that the something of the realm might not be understood? I think that's looking more like it would be 3, though, like misunderstood. Looking at historically and thinking that the E is in line with sort of the T and the O, I would say misunderstood. Misunderstood by strangers. Historically speaking, sigils are not a new tradition. They've been found in every era and every culture and predate both written text and heraldic arts. However, today when we use the term sigil, we are referring specifically to realm sigils, those crude circular marks of designation found on royal artifacts, buildings, and older documents. This book was written to make simple the understanding of these fascinating glyphs, and to clearly display the correlation between each sigil and the iconography of that realm's royal art. How is the image of a leafless burning tree seen in geometric lines, and what does that tell us of a kingdom's history? Each line, each circle, and each variation tells a story of the land. Even the adorned borders around the sigils have special meaning. The sigil. To understand a realm sigil, we must first dismantle the symbol and identify the individual elements that make up the whole. Each sigil is composed of 4 things: the core, the dividing lines, the moats, and the border. So this is what we saw then in the basement, which if I scroll up in here, this is what we saw, right? This is a sigil. Okay. Right. Okay. Let's move forwards before I begin saying anything. The core. At the center of each sigil is a unique shape, different for each realm. If the core gives us a name... Ah, look. This is the thing we found out the other day. I'll have to cross-reference, make sure that's all correct. At the center of each sigil is a unique shape, different from each realm. If the core gives us a name, then the rest of the sigil tells us the history behind that name. Still, it is important to be able to identify and distinguish the core as a first step in deciphering any sigil, as all the other parts are meaningless if we don't first know the place we are describing. So, let's just go back down to what I thought was correct. I need to go to the world document. So, comparing that with what's in the game. So, oh, I've turned the page. So, Kororika. That looks right, Kororika. Iraja is the hourglass, which is right. Arinda Aries. It says fair. So I'm guessing Arinda Aries is Fen Aries, but they go by different names. In that case? Or maybe not. Oh, okay, this is... So we've got Arch Aries at the bottom, which matches up with what we've got here of Arch Aries, the mountain. But then we've got Orinda. Orinda. Which isn't here. That's curious, isn't it? Is this maybe politically driven? Because for me, Orinda is the Pentagon. But Orinda here is seemingly Fe. Presumably Fen Aries. And if we look at the geography, if Fen is there and Arch Aries is there, then is Fen Aries Arinda Aries, but being ruled by a new ruler? I'm very curious to see what this means exactly. It seems to me as if the whole region has been renamed. I'm going to grab that picture, and again, I'll get a document of the entire book. But I'm going to paste this underneath with the tab Foreman's Logbook. And what is the location? The precipice. Precipice, there we go. Okay, let's go back to the book. We'll take pictures in a second. Actually, I'm going to go for the first sip of the video. Cheers, everyone. I'm drinking a ice-cold water with a hint of apple and black currant cordial. So, cheers. Oh. Ah, delicious. So nice in the summer months. Anyway, let's go back here. The rays. From the core will come something lines splitting the sigil from one sigil to another. Different number style, and the differences in these immediately reveal several things. Well, I don't know what they reveal. Counting the sigil will reveal transportation. Were they on ships or have employed expanse of? Oh, this is awful. This is awful. Where's the hints? Where are the clues? I can't make any heads or tails from this. We'll have to get pictures and then we'll piece them together later when we presumably find the pulled out pieces of paper. Wavy lines are used to indicate extreme heat. The scorched air and blazing sun cause the otherwise straight rays to appear shimmering. A rainy realm is indicated with rays of 3 vertical lines pouring down. For more extreme, stormy weather, a jagged lightning-shaped ray is used, A ray dotted with falling circles is used for colder realms in which snow is a common occurrence, and windy weather is displayed on sigils by the use of bent curved lines, rays buckling under the high winds. 3. Moats. On each sigil, floating between the rays, are small figures called moats. From the shape and style of the moats used on the sigil, we can tell the type of society a given realm proclaimed, if they considered themselves mighty in arms or blessed by artistic and economic fortune. Tribal, a primitive realm, hunter and gatherers. Agricultural, harvest and farming-based society and culture. Martial, militaristic, in generations spanning arguments. Metropolitan, large city-state with a dense urban and populous center. Academic, a center for knowledge, advanced in various scholarly pursuits. These realms are home to many schools, universities, and libraries. Industrial, engineering-driven culture with a focus on manufacturing, invention, and production. Spiritual, an elevated reverence for nature, animals, and the forces that guide us. Poetic, a strong focus on the advancement of the arts, writing, music, and language. Then we have the border. Around each sigil is an adorned edge serving as a container for the information within. There are 8 different borders, each one corresponding to a different color. These borders always correspond to the banner and national colors of that specific realm. Black, red, violet, pink, green, yellow, orange, and white. Putting it all together. Right. By studying the core, rays, moats, and border of the sigil, you should now be able to unlock the meaning behind what had previously been an undecipherable enigma. And here, red banners, martial fog. Are we looking at this specifically in this answer here? Yeah, that would check out because martial is denoted by this sort of W with the line through the top. Banners, martial, fog. Right, so that reveals that these lines represent fog then. Because we can't see that. The other page has been ripped out. Oh, sorry. And banners. Banners. What is that in reference to? So this, with the squiggly line, would be red. Right, so it's red, martial, fog, and then this is Fen Aries. Fen Aries, martial, or military, should I say, fog, red. Okay. Gotcha. The plot is thickening at rapid pace. This is probably one of the greatest books we've found in the game so far. I will... I said last time I was going to do this, you know, when I'm not recording, but let's make the notes now. So under the world book, we'll do realms and sigils. Professor R. Willard. And then we'll just paste these in. So while I paste them, let me just talk out loud. I'm going to guess that at some point then, we will be able to find these ripped up pages either somewhere underground, elsewhere in the basement, or maybe we've even stumbled upon some but not realized it above ground, maybe within the manor itself. Because I think without any context, it would be very hard to figure out what certain things mean. But now that we can begin to sort of piece it together with these other scraps of paper, presumably we can begin to look at the whole picture, as it were, right? And we've already gotten a little hint in knowing that that line denotes fog. Maybe it would be possible for us to begin, I don't know, unearthing some of these sigils. I'll take this photo as well. So yeah. But I don't know what we can do with that information. Like, I don't know how that will benefit me in terms of me being able to read these symbols. Is that going to be relevant for a future puzzle? I don't know how I could use this for the sigil we've seen in the basement already. If you give me just a moment, what I will do is, after I've taken the picture of the last 2 pages, we can maybe try and figure out what that meant. That sigil. So, take a picture of this. And that should be it. Right, so let me scroll up. Is the sigil in this document? I don't think so. I need to go to basement, don't I? So, base... Oh, not vase. Basement. There we go. So, let's have a look. So this is Orinda Aries. And we know from the book that that's Metropolitan. So Orinda Aries, I'm going to write underneath. Orinda Metropolitan Foggy? Because I believe that's the same symbol we see later on. Yeah, so that's representative of fog. Okay. And Orinda Aries, or is it Fen? No, Orinda Aries. I don't know if we've got the colour of Orinda. Do we? I've gone past it. Let me go back over here. World. Yeah, Orinda Aries, according to this, is a pentagon. So I don't know. If Fen Aries is red... Oh, I'm being a complete fool, aren't I? We've just learned about the border being relevant. Sorry. Let's go back. Scroll down again. So the border here... annoyingly, we can't really tell what the border is. Shit. Unless, is there a border in the book? Not really. Not really? There's some lines which are sort of jutting out, like the violet one maybe is? Like this? But it feels like a bit of a stretch. Because I can't see any lines going left to right. I can only see these vertical ones going into the sigil. Unless we're meant to be looking at this bit around here, which shows these spiraling bits, so maybe it's green? That doesn't feel right, though. Orinda Metropolitan Foggy color equals question mark? Alright, we'll leave that for now. But this has been a huge find. And that's it. That's all that's down here. I say that's all that's down here as if I'm not very happy. I will quickly say, there was something I saw in the notes just now that I thought, let me have another look at that. Clues and tips. This. We know it's the first words on the sheet. Did I ever figure out what the first words were? I feel like I was struggling with this before. Find among the white trees something, something, something? Find among the white trees something, something, something. The only white trees I can think of are the ones next to our campsite. And I think we've looked around there before. I can go back now and have a quick look. Just in case, before we go into the manor proper. This has been great though. Really enjoyed coming down here. My guess is that that door we found does open up into the basement. But I don't know how exactly we do that. Also, by the way, just wanted to point out, if that's the Orinda Aries logo or sigil, the metal in here is orange? Is that maybe what we're looking at here? Or maybe Orinda is blue and Fen is red. And that's the sort of, I don't know, not debate, but the cause for so much tension between the family. Okay. Yeah, the white trees over there. That's all I can think it's referring to. I'll run over here and just have a quick look. I want to say, by the way, I cannot believe we're half an hour in and this is what the blueprint looks like. I've not even stepped foot inside yet. It's just been learning about sigils, unlocking elevators. Yeah, look, this is like pretty much exactly what the door looked like down there. So I wonder if there is a way around the basement which will allow me to open these additional doors. Yeah, this here, these white trees, this is all I can think. Is there something on the floor that it wants me to pick up maybe? Or do they point at something? What was the hint again? Find among the white trees. It might not even be referring to these trees, but this is what it makes me think of. Find among them. So I'd say if I were to be among them, it's sort of, yeah, here. Maybe. Find among the white trees. Is there something on the trees? No. I was going to say maybe it's something to dig, but there's no dig spot. Then again, there wasn't a dig spot for the microchip we got. Okay, well, I'll remember to come back. I'll remember to poke my head back in. Find among the white trees. Huh. Just to quickly give you guys an idea as to what I'm seeing in my office right now. I've got the windows wide open, and the sun has just set, and the stars are beginning to come out. So it's quite nice. And I wanted to share that with someone, so enjoy. Enjoy that. Right, let's do our classic and go east. Before we do so, though, I'm going to have a big chug. Wet the whistle, as it were. And let's go. Eastward bound. Hallway, corridor, reading nook. Let's go for the hallway to begin with. The reading nook is nice. We'll definitely want the reading nook, but I'd rather it be somewhere like here, if possible. Walk-in closet. 4 items, 3 steps. Yeah, we'll go for that. Give me a shovel. Nope. We got a key. Ooh, have we had this before? Oh, we have had this, haven't we? Quite a while ago. Navigational compass. Okay, that's going to help us get back to the antechamber, which I'll certainly not, say no to. Security, spare room, hallway, closet. We're going to go for the hallway closet because we're attached to a hallway. We may as well. We've got a coin purse. That's more money. We got the lucky rabbit's foot, which is always going to be nice for a heightened chance of finding items. And a gem. Okay, this is a pretty decent start to a run, I would say. Yeah, we've got a big dead end over there, but yeah, largely this is good. Drawing room. 3 steps to go in there. Sure, let's do it. Let's give it a go. We don't have to worry about turning right because the hallway closet was blocking our way anyway. So let's open this, and I believe it's 415 to get another gem. Seems to me like we're just going to get rich on gems because we're spending so many steps. 415. Enter. I wonder if the contents of these ever change. The letter is always the same. Okay. Oh, I've just remembered. Luna's in my office right now and she's, are you good girl? She's trying to have a little nap, bless her heart. Right, let's go northward for now. Kitchen, bedroom, reading nook. We can redraw, and I think I'm going to, because I really do wonder if there will be unique outcomes for redrawing from this room. Like, behind the scenes, it's 5% chance every time you redraw from the drawing room to get insert room here. In the same way the reading nook now draws us the library. I don't know. Let's redraw, just to see. Secret passage is nice. Does require some steps. The den, I think, is better just because it gives us more versatility to begin going back east. So I'll grab the den, but before I go too far in that direction, because I don't want to waste my steps going all the way north, let's go this way. The pool adds locker room, sauna, and pump room. I would love that. We want the pump room back. Because if we get the pump room and we get the boiler room, we should then be able to redirect the reservoir water into that additional vat in the pump room. Kitchen, bedroom, pantry. So the pantry would bring us back to the entrance hall. I like it for the fact that it will give us a means to get some food, some coins. But I think at this early juncture, a bedroom is just better. Getting more steps, the more bedrooms we, well, you know what I mean. We'll get more steps later for building bedrooms now, presumably. Anyway, let's keep going. Commissary, parlor, reading nook. I do feel like I owe it to you and I owe it to me to get a win in the parlor, because my god, I really made a shit show of it in the last episode. Like, I can't tell you how embarrassed it makes me. This is the blue box, correct. This the blue box is true. The blue box is true, which means you're true. The blue box is empty. So you must be false, which means it's in here. Yes. If I'm wrong, then I'll be very upset. Lovely. Okay. basic logic. I can't tell you how happy it makes me just to solve a basic logic puzzle. Oh dear. When you fail as much as I do, you got to take the wins when they come your way. Okay, patio, pantry, reading nook. It's not that I don't want the reading nook. It's just, I don't know. I don't know. Maybe I am avoiding it purposefully without realizing. Pantry is also good at this point, but I think we could use another key. So we'll go for the reading nook. And then we can request a new book in the library as well, which would be nice. Cool. No items in here, despite having our lucky rabbit's foot. Oh, I've not been looking for the chess pieces. Oh no. Okay, from now on, I'm looking for blue chess pieces. That is white. And if anyone says otherwise, I'll fight you, okay? I'll fight you. Don't you dare. Right. Library. And it goes in the direction we want to go. So we'll go for the library. No, oh, we did get a coupon book. Sorry, I thought that was the form for a second. Okay. We will request... Oh, the history of Arindia would be good, though, considering what we now know. I want to go for the drafting strategy, though. I think getting that will be better for me at the moment. To begin, hopefully, figuring out how to get different rooms and what we need to do to get different rooms. Oh, we can get... Oh, there's the boiler room. But I don't... Ah, shit. Workshop? Wait. Combine inventory to create new items? That might be worth going for. The boiler room, yeah, we need it, but it's about piping the power in the right direction. So if we can get that later, so if we like get rid of loads of different options, so for the final 2 or 3 rooms, we can do boiler room and pump room. And if we get the dice to re-roll, that would be absolutely fantastic. So I think for now, yeah, let's go for the workshop. We've never been in here before. This is brand new. Workshop. Springs, screws, and coils scattered atop the workbench show signs of the room's frequent use. A craftsman's studio dedicated to creativity and invention. This room was used by your uncle regularly whenever he needed to fix or improve a gadget or contraption. So it says combine inventory to create new items. I don't know what they mean by that. Oh, okay. Right. So could I do Lucky Rabbit's Foot and Coin Purse works? Okay. Right. Okay. So certain things work and other things don't. So we can do a coin purse and a lucky rabbit's foot to make a lucky purse. Ah. I don't know why we're fusing. Why are we fusing? Lucky purse doubles all of the coins you find. Can I make another, or is it one use only? We can make another. Okay. Huh. Oh, we'll definitely have to pop back here. We'll definitely come back. Awesome. Nice. Oh, hello. What do we have here? Stones is the one that we're paying attention to. But let's read the whole thing. Because I can see some messages are boldened. Emboldened? Bolded? You let me know what the word is for that. So, stones cut by hand and letters wrought do spell our secrets carved from thought. A message read is often lost among the bold words spoken soft. The note is read, the letter is not. So I wonder if this is purposefully meant to obfuscate. So people think, oh yeah, I'll focus on the bold one, not realizing it's the first word they need. Like it's a little trick by the developers, or should I say, our uncle. So we'll grab that. I believe I've got the other musical sheets in... Oh, there we go. They're right here. So 8 is there, and then we'll come back up here, and we'll fill this in. So first words on the sheets is find among the white trees. Find among the white trees, blank, blank. And then what was it? Stones. Stones. Find among the white trees, blank, blank stones. Okay. Gotcha. Well, when we looked at the white trees earlier, there were certainly... Oh, there's lockpicks here. Didn't even see those. And a chisel through the letter A. I wonder if that's meant to be like a little gravestone marker. But whose gravestone marker would that be? An A. Let me have a look at the family tree. Is there anyone who jumps out to me? Family tree. Baroness. Oh, it could be. Is it Hovel? Baroness Hovel has an A. Lady Ashlyn? It's maybe a bit of a reach. Because I don't truly know, but okay. Alright, well, we'll leave that for now because I don't really know what to make of it. Is there anything else in here? Can I use my new lockpicks? No, nothing goes with the lockpicks. Okay. We'll have to slowly figure out the combinations. The true box does not always contain the prize, as we have learnt. As we have learnt. Okay, well, this is a very interesting room. Very interesting. Okay, cool. Right then, let's keep going for now then. Observatory, nursery, and pantry. I think we're gonna go for the pantry here, as it means we can snake back to the west. Take the banana, take the coins, lovely jubbly. That's +1 Maslar in the comments. And let's go this way. Door is locked. Lockpick kit. Yeah, it worked as if. Come on. Garage, patio, and mail room. The patio does mean we can go left. I do like the garage for the keys, though. And I do like the patio because we might be able to get an item. Let's go for the patio. We got a gem. We need a key card for there, and we have no shovel. Ah, okay, that hasn't worked in my favor. That has not worked in my favor. Okay, let's go back. And we can go all the way back to the den, and then from there, probably go eastward. I think will be our best bet. It's annoying that this is a little bit out of the way, the workshop, because I would love to come back when we have more items to tinker with. Which no doubt we will hopefully get some, especially considering, well, I was going to say because of our lucky rabbit's foot, but we don't have that anymore, do we? It's completely changed its usefulness. It just doubles the amount of coins we find. So I feel like now we want to focus on maybe a commissary, just so we can get something, or make something out of the buff that this new coin purse gives. No blue... God, I sworn that said something there. No blue chess pieces yet, so let's go onwards. Utility closet, billiard room, or observatory. Both of these work for me, observatory and billiard room, but I think we're going to go for the billiard room. We often get some nice items behind that dartboard. Oh, dice. Amazing. That will help towards the boiler room, pump room combination. I'm really hoping we can get later on in the run. Okay. Maths time. Sip of water once again. We had some tacos for dinner, and they've made me quite dry, so probably not the best mouth state, question mark, to be in for something like this. 9. Here we go. Ooh. What the f is that? What is that 4? Because it's got 4 sides? Is this 7? 7. No! What does that mean? Is there a hint? What the hell is this? What the hell is this? 3. Oh my god, what? What? I feel sick. Right. So in darts, a bullseye is worth 50. You get a bullseye, get 50. I can't do 50 plus 3 because there's no 53 on the edge. So how do I take this then? What does this mean? It wants me to add a square. I've tried 4. 4 plus 3 is 7, which we've tried. I did click 7, didn't I? Okay, good. This might be a conundrum. I don't know how to solve that. Do I have to take the points of each square? So 12, 18, already we're at 30. So it can't be that. Or is that, do I need to multiply despite it not being the right color? God, I don't know. No, I don't know. I'm trying to like logic it out, but I've got no clue. Well, that's pissed me off. That's not good, is it? Let me take a picture of this and maybe we can figure that out. Is it on the notes I have for the billiard room? Billiards. Billiard room. Right, so this is the picture we got. Addition, subtraction, multiplication, division, order of operations. Order of operations. Is it just 3? No, okay, we tried 3. I know you can't see that. I'm just clicking. Order of operations extends. Yeah, we got that. I don't know. I'm stumped. All right, you won't be able to see this, but I'm going to quickly tab in to get a picture of the square. There we go. And then I'll put that in the notes here at the bottom. There are shapes now. What? And then hopefully we can find a clue as to how to tackle that. Again, maybe I'll quickly look through the rest of my notes. Maybe I've missed something. Billiard puzzle notes. Nothing about shapes in here. From what I can see. The bedroom note mentioned the billiard room too. No, I don't know. I'll leave it be for now, as I said. And we'll maybe come back if the game throws me a bone and teaches me what a square means. Because right now I haven't got a clue. Alright. Security, storeroom, guest, bedroom. Security isn't the worst idea because it opens up the east wing for me again. And the bit in the middle we can always visit later through the den. I'm just worried about steps. Not the band. I think they're great. What do we have over here? No items. Okay. No items. I can lower the security level for the time being. Until we do hopefully get a key card. We have already found one door. I don't know if that is included in the security level. Because it says you're expected to see 1 or 2 security doors with a low setting. So I'm wondering if one of those 1 to 2 are already taken up by the security door over in the... Was it the veranda? Can't remember the name. And we'll turn that to unlocked if we get the breaker box flicked. Okay. Moving on. So, that is not a blue chess piece. Let's go this way. Laboratory, boudoir, and chapel. I'd love the lab, but I can't take the steps, and it will lead me down a dead end. I think we've got to go chapel. Use our coins. Oh, there is something in here. A gem. Nice. Okay. Boudoir, dining room, storeroom. Annoyingly, I think the dining room, and I say annoyingly because I'll have to trek back quite a ways to have a nibble on the food. Okay, further south. Commissary, bunk room, sauna. If we'd built the nursery, this would be great. I think we're going to do ourselves a solid for tomorrow and go for the sauna. Now, this is a brand new room. We've never gone in here, despite having it pop up a few times. A traditional wood-lined Costa Rican-style sauna, temperature-controlled and exceptionally relaxing. The invigorating effects of this room will leave you waking up the next day feeling rejuvenated. And there's a gem amidst the coals. Lovely. And that's it. That's it. Oh, it doesn't need to be anything more, does it, I guess? Nice. Lovely. Awesome. So tomorrow, plus 20 steps. That would have been a great benefit to have had today, considering we built the hovel. Never mind. Right, so as soon as we get to rank 8, we can come back through there and get a meal. It will cost us 2 gold total. There's the nursery, which, God, I wish we had that a second sooner. I'm not going to go for it because I don't want a dead end right there. Let's go for the spare room. No, nothing in the spare room. All right, northward. Observatory, coat check, guest bedroom. Oddly, I'm tempted by the guest bedroom, but I think I'm going to go for the observatory. We've still got some steps, and I like to flirt with danger. So, let's see how this goes. Right. What buff do we get for getting to 10 stars? We get Farmer's Apple and the Slice. Ah, cool. It's not an amazing amount, but 3 steps. I can't turn my nose up at that. Any blue chess pieces? No blue chess pieces. Door is locked. Lockpick kit. As if it worked again. Pump room. See, this is tricky. This is tricky. Because I'll now want to build the pump room. I don't think I can go for it. I can. Let's do the pump room. And we just need to pay attention. Oh, and it's keycard access. Oh, no. Shit. Oh. I do have a couple. Let's do it. I've got a couple of keys. I might regret doing that. Oh. What the hell is this? What? The key to the secret garden? Okay. You know how I just said I'm probably going to regret this? Never have I not regretted anything more. I'm so happy. The key to the secret garden? Hello? Okay, let's go back this way and we will try and use this key. Maybe north from here, if possible? No. Courtyard, archives, and darkroom. Let's go for the courtyard. I know it's going to use steps, but I think it's for the best. Give me a shovel. Yes. Oh, we might be able to dig up some turnips or something. How exciting. I would kill for a turnip right now. Come on, game. Be good to me. Ah, shit. I might come to regret that decision. Okay, let's go westward. Office, corridor, get... Okay. I'm at a dead end. I have to go... Oh, no. I'm going to have to redraw because we need to turn right. Passageway, that would use up all of my second steps. I'm going to have to go boudoir. That sucks. I'm really not happy with how this is going. I'm going to fall short massively. Do I even want to bother walking to the chest and wasting a step to get there? I've got 12 gems. I'm fine to leave it. Special key. Can I use the secret garden key? The key does not fit. Maybe I have to use this on a tile with good soil or something. I don't know. Just spitballing here. Rotunda, commissary, corridor. Corridor. Because if we get up to 8, we can then go to the dining room. Admittedly, we would need to get some food to go back to the dining room because I have 5 steps remaining. What's my lesson? Don't get overzealous when I've taken Hovel. That's what I'm learning. Rumpus room, kitchen. We're saved. We've been saved. With 1 step remaining, bacon and eggs. Club sandwich, banana. Oh, get in my tummy. The bacon and eggs have been eaten. Lovely. We could go for a banana, but I'm going to leave that for now. Any item in here on the side? No. Well, our adventure can continue onwards for now. Lockpick. Secret garden key. No. It might be over then. We can't move anywhere else. The only other thing I can do is go to the den. But to get there, it's going to cost 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Okay, we can get back to the den. I don't know what I could find in there that would be a game changer for me. Unless I can make the breaker box. And maybe on the way we can, I don't know, eat an apple or something. Either way, I don't think this run has gone how I wanted it to say the least. There is a box we could go and unlock in the hallway. Which is 1, 2, 3 more steps from here. I don't think there'd be food in there, though. Locksmith, lab, and study. I guess we go for the study. Just because we've not been in there before. It's that or the lab to maybe get like a permanent buff. Let's go for the study. I don't think we've ever been in the study before. So, after the passing of the Baroness Orovai, her private study was claimed by her eldest son, Herbert Sinclair. For years, he immersed himself in the countless notebooks she left behind, drawing inspiration from her discarded ideas. From mechanical puzzles to architectural blueprints, each endeavor he pursued in this room was realized in the shade of her creative legacy. There is an apple in here, which is certainly nice. Okay. 44 letters in the message. Face and ace, unused pairings. Glove, love, sting, sing. Can we spell something with this? So G, T, D, R, N. G, T, D, R, N. No. Maybe it is an anagram. I'll check that in a second. Oh, we've got a safe. Oh, we've got a safe. Okay. Okay. We need to look for hints then. 44 letters in the message. A blueprint over here of... Is that the den? What is that? What is that? I don't think it's the den. That's the dining room. There's a book there. There's a chessboard with the king on D8. Or is that the queen? I don't play chess enough to know that's the king or queen. D8. D8. An empty picture frame. A globe which we can spin. Okay. A note over here which might help us with the safe. Craft, raft, draft, raft, smile, mile, vile, viral. Coat, cat, cold, old, sturdy, study, acre. Oh! Study is in all caps. Compared to everything else being in lowercase. So I wonder if there's something at play there. Beard, bard, face, ace, acre, lace. I don't know if it's possible with so little time left, but I need to remember to ask Anne if we can commission new artwork for all of the rooms of the house. We need them produced in sets of 2, a pair for each room. Honestly, I have no idea what I'm thinking. I'm likely delusional to think this can be pulled off by Thursday. Right. Okay. We do have the king or queen here by the safe. Is that the clue? D8? Date? Date? Or December 8th, maybe? If I get this, I want you to know. My phone is open. I'm Googling it. 8/12. Come on. Oh, get in. You gotta admit, that one was pretty easy, right? Number 2. All right. Wet the whistle. December 8th. M. Be prepared for our plans to be set in motion in a month or 2. Is this meant to be to Marigold? Mary? It's all lining up, and all of our hard work is about to come to fruition. I've just learned that several members of the museum's guard are sympathetic to our cause. We suspect 2 more to be pure opportunists whose loyalty extends only to their coin purse. Your uncle has already agreed to let us use Mount Holly's flexible floor plan for a trial run, assuming the red print we have secured of the museum's closed exhibit is in fact accurate and up to date. We should begin these trials without delay, once you arrive. If you can, within the next 2 months, fabricate some fiction that might alleviate us of the presence of the servant staff, until we meet on the shore of White Sands. Caleb. So maybe they did go to Morajai. Seeing as Morajai is, to go back to my notes for Morajai, I believe I've got the, I'm going to have to go over to the library and take a picture, but we do have the stamp. Is it under clues? The White Sea of Yore, I believe. Which makes me think the White Sands being referenced in this note must be Morajai. So did they go across the border to Iraja and then sail to Morajai? And a red print of the museum exhibit. I wonder if we can access that. Like, is there a way for me to see the museum that they are talking about here, the closed exhibit? Let's go and chuck these in. Do I have a note on the red notes? No. Or it's red letter, isn't it? Not red notes. Red letter, there we go. We'll put that under the clues and tips down here, where we've been putting all of our, as you can tell, clues and tips. So we'll chuck it in after these other red notes up here. Red letters, should I say. So there's page 1. And let me go get the other picture. Here is page numero 2. Okay. So I will write above this red letter number 2. Caleb. Oh, you found a secret floor plan. Would you like to permanently add closed exhibit to your drafting pool? Yes? Yes. Well, this run certainly became something else at the end, didn't it? 44 letters in the message, right? So I think, okay, this is referring to the painting puzzle, which we're already doing, right? So if I go back to it, painting puzzle, we know I, E, U, small dates, 8, no, we've got dates there. Small something, 8 dates, crack 8 safes. So we know the date on this letter is presumably December 8th then, right? December 8th, yeah. So this being on D8 is sort of a double meaning. It's a date and it's December 8th. I do hope for my sake that this is universally seen as an easier one, because I can already hear the click-clack of keyboards. Pre-watched, pre-played, a mobile phone open. I wish that were true, because it would save me a lot of embarrassment elsewhere in the run. That's for sure. Let's go and unlock the chest, I think, before we go. The locked trunk. Seeing if there's any blue chest pieces in here. Not that I can tell. Alright. Let's go and get this. Trunk is locked. Oh, I ran out of keys. I guess the last thing I can do, if my steps don't run out, is I want to go back to the white trees, and we do now have a shovel. So, that would be great. If we can do another puzzle. I do think our steps are going to run out. We've just dropped down to 2. Are we about to drop down to 1? We are, aren't we? Oh, God. Okay, we're at 1 step. Okay. Scan the floor. Scan the floor. We know stones is... stones? Yes. What's it going to be? Oh, You dug up a secret floor plan! 2 secret floor plans in 1 episode? Would you permanently like to add the conservatory to your drafting pool? Adjust the rarity of the floor plans in your house? Yes, please. Okay, guys, that's a pretty good episode. I'm pretty happy with that. We didn't get to go all the way to the top, but we've learned a lot and we've done a lot. So, yeah. Let's call it there. The secret garden key, I'd have loved to have put that in code check. This just seems really nice. I'm going to guess, finding it would be easy, I'm going to guess we need to put that in a rich soil plot. Anyway, let's call it a day. Call it there. I am really happy with that episode, and I hope you've enjoyed watching. So thank you very much. I've got a lot to consider. Sigils. The continent, the world, the political intrigue, another red letter. That's our 5th one, I believe, which feels great. So, yeah, I'm really chuffed with that. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you in the next one. Fare thee well.